Hey everybody, welcome to The Dose. My name is Brian. I get asked all the time, Brian, what separates those that excel tremendously in, health and fitness or in finances or in business from those that just kind of are mediocre? And, there's 100 different character traits, right, that separates truly successful people from people that just kind of survive. There's motivation factors, there's positivity, there's optimism, there's expectation, there's friendliness, there's outgoingness, there's all these different kinds of things. But really, if there's one practical application, if there's one thing that you can do, regardless of your level of personal development or your level of personality development, right, regardless of whether or not you like to smile when you talk or not, or regardless of all those things, is there something each and every one of us can do that can elevate our levels of success in every area of our life, regardless of how much, we've worked on ourselves? And the answer is yes, there's something you can do. And it's a trait that's common amongst all highly successful, high-achieving individuals. And here's the trait. They do more than what is expected. See, if you want to excel in almost anything, if you just do more than what is expected, you will find yourself rising above. Look, who gets the promotion at work? The guy that just does the job? Or the guy that does the job to a degree that even surprises the boss? Right? Who gets the promotion at work? The guy who just shows up, at 8 a.m. and clocks in and clocks out at exactly 4 o'clock, out the door? Or the guy who's there before the boss gets there at 7:15 and who sometimes is still at his or her desk at 6 o'clock at night when the boss leaves? Who excels owning their own agency or owning their own business? Is it the individual that just gives the customer what they ask for? Or is it the individual that gives the customer more than what they paid for? More than what they asked for? How about the person that has health and wellness? Is the person who's truly fit and healthy the person that just avoids, fried foods most of the time and, just doesn't lay around on the couch all day long? Or is the person who watches what they eat, has a balanced diet, goes to the gym, does cardiovascular exercise, all those things? What kind of person excels spiritually? Is it the kind of individual that just goes to church every once in a while so the folks at church can see that they're still there and still popping their head in the door from time to time? Or is it the individual that actually has a relationship and a walk with their supreme being or the God that they worship? What kind of individual excels financially in this world? Is it the kind of individual that spends every dollar they make and just makes sure that they don't go into too much debt so they don't sink their own boat? Or is it the individual that from an early age sets money aside, invests, is thinking of retirement, is thinking long-term, is thinking about college funds, is thinking about children and marriage before they have children and before they're married? See, the answers to these questions are easy. You know them, and I know them. And the way that you and I can move from the category of people that just get by, do just enough, just show up on time, just don't get fat, the people who kind of just survive the status quo, the 97%ers, the majority. By the way, the majority, guys, is mostly broke and unhappy, just so you know. How do we move from the majority over to the 3%? And the answer is a lot of personal development, a lot of reading, a lot of working on us, but from a practical perspective, just doing more than is necessary, more than what's expected, and more than you need to do. Do as much as you can in things like your spirituality and your health and wellness and in those areas. And do more than what is expected when it comes to customer service or at your job with your boss or in your business that you own or with your agencies or with your employees. Do more than is expected for your spouse or your significant other. Do more than what is expected with your children. And what you're going to find is that your life blossoms and grows and you excel in all those areas. And now I can already hear some folks, I can hear your thoughts, right? Some people are going, Brian, I'm already maxed out, man. I mean, I don't have a single moment in the day. I'm just so busy. I'm just so overwhelmed. How could I possibly do more? And the answer is not more time. The answer is more quality. quality for someone whose time is totally maxed. The answer is not always more time with your spouse or your children, but better time with your spouse and with your children. And you know what I mean, right? Maybe the answer is not doing more physically, right? Spending more time in the gym. Maybe the answer is running your mouth less in the gym and doing more exercise in the 30 or 45 minutes that you're in there. Or maybe it means bringing your gym clothes to work and working out on your lunch break instead of trying to squeeze it in when you get home. You can do more. Some of the busiest people on the planet somehow find a way to take on even more. And you know that old cliche that says if you want something done, give it to a busy person? There's a reason why it says that. If you can learn to give that extra 5 or 10% in every single thing that you do, you will find your life rising to levels that you never thought were possible. And with that, you know what to do. Make it a great day.